Hi dear Tauruses, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about the transits for the month of February 2024. February for you guys, dear Tauruses, is all about career because the sun is in your 10th house and most of February until February 19th, okay? And this year it's especially pronounced because at some point in February, in mid-February, you're gonna have 5 planets crowded in your 10th house. So it's all about your career, your social status, your goals, like your life purpose. Okay, so this is big because recently we had Pluto enter Aquarius, so that kind of like magnifies this like focus. So let's see. We enter the month with all planets in direct motion because in January, at the very end of January, Uranus stationed direct. It was the only planet that was still in retrograde when we entered 2024. I mean, along with Mercury. But so yeah, now in February, all of them are direct. And what does this mean? It means it's a great time to start new things if you are thinking of starting, because when planets are in retrograde motion, there are like some things, like some unfinished business from the past that still requires you to look back. But now, when all of them are direct, it means nothing is holding you back. Yeah. So this is great. Do take advantage of this energy, I guess. It should be active for like 2 months, around 2 or 3 months. And then, so on February 2nd, we have the last quarter moon in Scorpio. Now I'm going to contradict myself a little bit because the beginning of February is not a good time to start anything new. Because the moon will be becoming smaller and smaller day by day. Yeah, like waning moon. And it's not a good time to start. It's a great time to wrap things up that started with the Capricorn new moon in January. Or it can be a time when you are getting ready for the things that will start with the new moon on February 9th. Okay, so the first 9 days, or like 5 days, I would say, roughly, of February, use that time to rest. Yeah, regain your energy, like in order to be ready for the activities that will start with the new moon. New moon always brings new energy. It's like a new page. Okay. On February 5th, Mercury enters Aquarius, your 10th house. So the communication will revolve around work. Communication will be with higher ups, okay, with bosses. Can be a good time to negotiate work-related stuff. And so Mercury will be in this area of your chart until February 23rd, like roughly 3 weeks. Mercury will sprint through Aquarius because Mercury is in good shape. It finished retrograding in January and it got out of the shadow zone in January. So in February, Mercury is healthy. What else does this mean? It means that it's a great time to sign contracts. You won't have to worry about the terms of the contract changing or circumstances changing suddenly. So if you do sign contract in August, it will be for a long time. Yeah, so that's great. That's good. And generally, Mercury in Aquarius is like it's communication about quirky topics, original topics, unique topics, like obscure topics. Yeah, and because Mercury in Aquarius, it's an air element. Yeah, air element is all about thinking outside of the box, thinking Aquarius stuff. And then on February 9th, we have a new moon in Aquarius, on the 20th degree of Aquarius. And so if you are expecting news, announcements, decisions, you can expect them from February 5th, okay, 4 days before and after the new moon. And usually the new moon energy is active until like the full moon time. So yeah, like if you are thinking of starting, if you are waiting for news, announcements, decisions, you can get it and receive it around February 9th. And this new moon, it's going to be in square to Uranus, like almost like tight square. The new moon is going to be on the 20th degree of Aquarius, and Uranus is on the 19th degree of Taurus. Yeah, so there will be an element of surprise, like something sudden, not necessarily in a bad way, but like something like unexpected, something that you didn't even think about, like that, because that's Uranus. With Uranus, you can never expect the expected. Like expect the unexpected. I got confused for a second. And then on February 13th, Mars is going to enter Aquarius until March 22nd. As you can see, the planets are starting to line up in your career house. We have the Sun in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius, now Mars in Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius. And 3 days after this, Venus is going to enter Aquarius. So 5 planets. In the middle of February, your career will be like lit up, like I don't know, like 5 planets. That's almost like half of our solar system will be in your career house. And so both Mars and Venus will be conjunct Pluto, because if you remember, Pluto entered Aquarius on January 20th, and so it's still in the 0th degree in the beginning of February. And so both Mars and Venus will kind of like pass by Pluto, and this is very intense energy, like very intense, very transformative, and new energy, because for the past 15 years we had Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto in Capricorn, and now it's freshly in Aquarius. So this is like a totally new energy for all of us. We did have Pluto in Aquarius last year, but we didn't have Mars and Venus conjunction, like simultaneous conjunction. So this should be interesting, and especially like middle of February, that's like Valentine's Day time, February 14th, and you have these 3 planets, all of which are responsible for passion and like love. Mars, Pluto, Venus, love planets all together. So this February 14th, this Valentine's Day should be very exciting. Yeah, let's see. So after this, on February 18th, the Sun is going to enter Pisces. Yeah, so now the planets will slowly start leaving your house of career. Now they're gonna start crowding in your house of friendships, because that's the 11th house for you, dear Taurus, house of friendships. It's not only friendships only, it's also hopes and dreams. Yeah, and also networking, like also internet. Yeah, so those 4 themes will be for active for you. Well, usually like from late February until like March 20th, you have this time when you are focused on friendships, because the Sun is in Pisces. And then on February 23rd until like March 9th, Mercury is going to be in Pisces. Yeah, on February 23rd, Mars is going to enter Pisces. Mercury is going to enter Pisces. So, again, communication will now focus on friendships, networking, maybe like writing things online, because Aquarius and Mercury is communication, writing. And what else? On the same day, on February 23rd, Mars and Venus are going to be conjunct. Yeah, this is like for romance, this is excellent. Like romantic energy. The kids who are born on that day, they're going to be very charismatic because of that conjunction. And so on February 24th, we have a full moon in Virgo, on the 5th degree of Virgo. And dear Tauruses, for you, that's your 5th house. The moon is going to be in your 5th house, and the Sun, along with Saturn, is going to be in your 11th house. So there's going to be a need to find a balance between your children and friendships. Okay, because the 5th house rules children. So the full moons are usually times of culmination, illumination, achievement. So something maybe in your children's lives coming to a culmination. Maybe they are achieving something around this time. Okay, and if you don't have children, it can be about romance. Yeah, because 5th house is also the house of romance and creativity. So if you are in creative field, something coming to fruition in regards to creativity. Yeah, and so the Sun and Saturn are gonna be conjunct in your friendship house. So I would say this full moon kind of sounds like a bit pessimistic, because Saturn is gonna be involved. I wouldn't say it's necessarily pessimistic. I would say it's more like a serious mood around this full moon. Yeah. So this is it for February, the shortest month of the year. I mean, this year it's not so short, but still, it's shorter than other months. So in order to summarize this month, we will have a new moon on February 9th. So don't start anything new until like February 5th, I would say, or February 9th. And then we have a full moon on February 24th. Okay, so what else? This year's Valentine's Day should be interesting because we have tons of planets in Aquarius, like 5 planets, and also 3 of them are going to be like love planets, and they're going to be all together. So passionate Valentine's Day. And then yeah, so this is it, dear Tauruses. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in February. And like, okay, never mind.